Let me start this out with, at the moment, I am an anime-only viewer. I haven't read God of Highschool, so my experience is based solely off of the anime. With that out of the way, let's take a look at and break down episode 10 of God of Highschool. First thing, a lot. And I mean a lot happened in this episode. Like, who is this guy? What is his power? Is his power a Chariok? I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, whatever. Shariok, we're just gonna go with that. Because it definitely doesn't look like the typical Shariok that we have seen so far. This episode, we get a lot of information regarding Ilpio Park, as well as some more of his backstory and his reason for fighting. But we also learn a lot about his character. We will save that though, as the fight between Ilpio and Mori's will be a best for last situation. Let's start with Nox versus Park Mujin. So, this whole thread of the episode is extremely confusing, at least to me. Like, what is Nox's purpose? We know they are looking for the key, and they have this whole world domination thing going on, but for what purpose? With that, we have to mention this giant sword that keeps appearing lately. The sword inscribed with, "I know not whose child it is. It existed before God." I mentioned this on my Twitter a few weeks back when episode 6 came out, and I decided to look into that quote a bit more. It seemed to cross-reference with Romans 8:29. For those whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his son, in order that he might be the firstborn among many brothers. And I thought that this could be a prediction for what's to come in the show, but this seems more aligned with what Nox wants. Nox itself has been said to be a religious organization, one that wants to take out all other gods so that only their god can remain. I also theorized that when Park refers to tiger cubs, this could be in turn directly related to the sun that is mentioned. I can't confirm this at the moment, or I could if I was reading, but taking that verse at face value kind of backs up the pretext set forth by Nox, that they want one god and all else to conform. As to what the sword actually does, we don't know. Taijin could have easily dodged the sword, but it looked like he tucked the blow, and then Park and his people did everything they could to keep the sword from touching down. At this point, we can only guess that the sword touching down would cause some kind of catastrophe that they managed to stop twice. But again, who is this man and what is his power? Could someone please explain? Is it a Chariok, or is he just magical? Whatever. Anyways, let's get into the main bit of it then. The protagonist of this episode, Park Ilpio. As the tournament fight is coming up between Ilpio's team and Mori's team, we are given a bit of more recent history for Ilpio in regards to why he fights. He wants to win in order to help his friend so that she may fight again. But he also has an ulterior motive. He wants to teach Mori about his shortcomings and how to get over them. With Ilpio taking the lead in the fight against Mori, absolutely stomping him, he teaches Mori a few points that are very important to the next scene. He tells Mori exactly where he is weak, and Mori uses that knowledge to start incorporating Han and Mira's fighting style into his own in order to get the best of Ilpio. With Ilpio down, he claims that he's not out yet, and the true fight is ready to begin as a power awakens inside of him. We are introduced to a nine-tails fox that lends his power to Ilpio, causing a massive transformation in Mujin and the Nox leader to claim that the key has awakened. If you think this is out of the blue, I hate to break it to you, it isn't. It seems like we may have a few more keys soon to come. The way to find this out? The mural located in Mujin's office. On this mural, we can clearly see a nine-tailed fox, a monkey, or Wukong, and a dragon. With that, we have the possibility of 3, maybe 4 keys, with just the first one awakening. From what I have seen, it looks like Mori will be aided by Wukong, and I want to take a guess that Han will be aided by the dragon. I could be wrong, but we'll find out eventually. I believe that this is the start to something fantastic, and when episode 11 is released, we're going to see even more impressive animation and possibly another character transforming.